Welcome everybody. I'm Andrea Trombley, and this week I had a fantastic question from one of the people in my Facebook group asking how to stretch out the low back. If you know you already have osteoporosis or osteopenia in your lumbar spine, how do you do this safely while avoiding some of the yoga poses that are quite forward bend heavy, repeated flexion of the lumbar spine. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I would recommend the lumbar spine stretching that would minimize damage or trauma or any overstraining of the front of the lumbar spine. So from a seated position, we're going to get down onto the floor. You could also do this in your bed. So there's no reason why you can't do this in your bed. So I'm going to roll to my side and log roll down onto my back. Get into this position where my spine is flat against the floor or my bed. My knees are bent and therefore I'm supported. So in this position, my back is relatively flat. There's not a big arch here. It's pretty flat. And now I'm going to go ahead and work on my stretch. So the first stretch is called double knees to chest, where you bring both knees in towards your chest. Now you're not trying to go overly stretched. You're just bringing them into a comfortable position so that you turn the pelvis, your whole pelvis gets rotated a little bit here and lengthens the muscles in your lumbar spine without straining the front of the vertebra, either the lumbar or the thoracic or the neck. Now in this position, you certainly could have a little blanket or a small pillow if your shoulders are quite rounded and you're more on the top of your head. So this is not what we're looking for. So if you're already quite rounded, maybe you've already got some postural dysfunction going on and you might need a little bit of support here to get your shoulders relaxed and your head supported, and that's okay. You can do that. So I don't need it yet. Hopefully I don't for many years. So I'm going to go flat because I can, and then we're going to start moving this right leg out along the bed or the floor, keeping the left knee tucked in. Now the goal here is to get that bottom leg, the lengthened leg, straight, and that means I might have to give up a little tension on the left. So again, I don't want this bottom knee bent, a huge arch in my back, and discomfort. What I would like is the back to stay relatively flat like it was back here with both knees in. You're going to slowly extend the right leg out, and if at some point you start arching that back, then you're going to release the tension on the bent knee until you can get the hips pretty flat, just gentle support on the top leg and the bottom leg extended. If you've had a knee replacement, holding behind the knee is probably going to be more comfortable anyway. But if you have pretty, flexible knees and they're still feeling good, you can pull that leg in comfy and close so you can still breathe and relax. Now we'll go to the second side, bring the right leg in, hold on either to the shin or the back of the thigh as you extend the left leg out. So this is single leg extension, single knee to chest. And again, the bottom leg, the extended leg, we want flat. The back, we don't want arched too much. And there should not be pain. This is not no pain, no gain. This is no pain, no pain. We just nervous system, we want easy breathing, we want comfort so that you can stretch and enjoy. After you've held it maybe 20 to 30 seconds, you can start bending that left knee in, release the right leg down. So we've now stretched out the lumbar spine in a couple different ways, and then we're going to top that off with a strengthener, which is bridge pose. We're going to do your basic bridge pose, both feet planted, lined up with your knees and your hips and your shoulders. Your toes are soft. And on an exhale, you'll lift those hips up. Now this part is, if you did have something under your head, you're going to remove that, because if you have a pillow or a blanket under your head, you're going to jam your chin into your chest and strain your neck. So you want to get rid of that pillow or that blanket before you come up into bridge, and then slowly lower it down. Good. So you've now stretched out your low back a couple different ways. You've done a strengthener. We'll roll to the side. We'll log roll. Use our hands to come back up into a seated position. And this nice side seated position is kind of nice for the hips. I like to then flip it over to the other side as well, get a stretch to either side before coming up and standing, because after being down and doing some stretching, you want to be careful about popping up too quickly and, getting lightheaded. All right, I hope that was helpful for those of you with osteoporosis and osteopenia in your lumbar and thoracic spine. A little bit of stretching, a little bit of strengthening, and you are on your way to having a back that feels better. All right, go ahead and subscribe to this channel so you get all of my videos and updates, and keep in touch. All right, see you next time.